Alright, metalheads, today we are going to take a look at a knife that has been on my Grail list since I really got into knives, about a year ago, a little over a year ago. This is a knife that I just happened to stumble upon on Instagram, and first time I saw it, I was like, oh man, it has my name written all over it. There were only 200 of these made. This is the Mallery Designs Phorus, and these are hard to find, hard to come by, and my buddy Eugene, aka Mr. Krabs, sent this in to me to check out. I'm going to link Eugene's Instagram below. Eugene just started Instagram, and he hasn't really started posting yet, but give him a follow anyway. He's got some really cool knives, and I think he's going to start posting soon. He should start posting, so give him a follow. He's new on Instagram, and maybe if you guys go over there and follow him, it'll motivate him to start taking some pictures of his very cool knife collection. So, all right, so let's talk about the Phorus. It's fantastic. It's just fantastic. These were originally $175. And I really don't like doing knives on the channel that nobody can buy, but I can't buy it either. So, and this knife deserves its own video. That's how good it is. There is a Phorus 2 coming. The ones I've seen on Instagram, I guess they're prototypes, or I'm not sure, but they're titanium, and they have different carbon fiber inlays, which I'm sure it's going to be cool. I'm sure it's going to be great, but I don't think it's going to be as lightweight as this. Plus, on the show side, there's a cutout for the clip, so you can reverse the clip, and it just does not look as good as this knife, in my opinion. And this knife is so lightweight, yet so ergonomical. Just such a good knife, man. It's made so well. I have no idea who the OEM is on this knife, but if I had to guess, I would say Bestech, but I don't know if that's correct or not. Just from looking at the way it's put together and everything, my guess would be Bestech, but I haven't, again, I do not know. If somebody does know, comment below. Let everybody know who is the OEM on the Phorus. Is it Artisan Cutlery, probably? I don't know. I know he's making his new knives through Artisan Cutlery, but it just doesn't feel like Artisan, if it is Artisan, compared to like a Arion, or I don't know, it just feels different to me. This is better. This feels much better than, say, a Artisan Cutlery Arion. So that's why I was thinking maybe Bestech. But it's probably Artisan Cutlery. Somebody comment below and let me know. All right, let me give you the specs real quick. Blade length is 3.5 inches. Overall length is 7.9 inches. The weight is 3 ounces. I do not know the blade stock thickness, but we're going to check it. Dylan Mallery on his website does not list that, so let's just check it out and see what it is. If I can get this thing to... There we go. 90 thousandths. Yeah, it's thin. I knew it was thin. Maybe actually 100 thousandths at the thickest spot. So it's very thin. This knife would be super slicey. Full flat grind. Blade steel is S35VN. You got marbled carbon fiber with recessed liners in there to keep it very thin, and very light. For the size of this knife, to only weigh 3 ounces is impressive considering it has liners. I do not know if these liners are titanium or not. Let's see. They are not titanium, so they are steel liners, which I'm sure was done to keep the price down. But if it was titanium, it'd weigh even less. You know, you'd be sub 3 ounces with titanium liners. Titanium's definitely lighter weight than steel. The detent on this knife is perfection. It really is. Yeah, perfection. This is one of those, I don't know if you can fell it. And it's a bigger knife. Little knives are easier to do that with, I think, with bigger knives. But it's so thin, it's lightweight. It's bigger, but it's very thin and lightweight. So I don't think I can fell it. Once that detent breaks, that blade just flies out of there. I'm pushing as lightly as I can. Yeah. Perfection. Well, that was my fault. My finger caught it on the way out. Yeah. Perfection on the detent on this knife. Ceramic ball bearings on the detent. Ceramic detent ball. Titanium pocket clip. Let me give you some size comparisons real quick. First one I'm going to give you is another one of Eugene's knives. This is the TRM Atom. And he definitely has a style. You can tell by looking at these two knives. You know, very thin, very lightweight. Yeah, overview coming to that one soon. Here's the Demco AD 20.5. So it's just a hair shorter than the TRM Atom. Probably a ½ inch longer than the Demco AD 20.5. Since it's here, let's go ahead and do another one of Eugene's knives that's here for me that I'm going to make an overview of. This is the Spyderco Spidey Chef, but I've got this knife here to do an episode of Chopped. Someone offered to send me a chopped one when they saw my series, and I think they've ghosted me now. I never got the chopped one, so I'll just have to do an overview. Eugene sent this in for me. This is the one I originally contacted. He contacted me about, told me he had a Spidey Chef, and I contacted him. He said I could check it out and use it for an episode of Chopped. And then he gave me a list of some of his knives. Said, hey, are there any more you want to check out also? And of course I chose, actually the Phorus was the original beginning of this conversation. Then I asked him about the Spidey Chef because the guy had contacted me about the chopped one. But the guy that contacted me about the chopped one never sent me the chopped one and isn't replying back now. So I don't know if that's going to be an episode of Chopped now, but I will do a overview of the Spidey Chef anyway. There's the Spyderco Yojimbo 2, and here is a Benchmade bug out. So a little bit longer than the bug out, and just a hair longer than the Yojimbo 2. Maybe a 1/4 inch longer than the Yojimbo 2, and a 1/2 inch or so longer than a bug out. All right, let's do a couple more size comparisons here. Here's the Wiha Knives Lucas P. Overview coming of this knife soon also. Keep an eye out for that. Here is the Artisan Cutlery Centauri. This one is available in the knife sale, by the way, depending on when you're watching this video. I don't know what date this will go out. What else we got here we can do? How about the Kvist Bladeworks Variant PE2? And how about the Bestech Nixie with my fingerprints all over it? Almost identical in length to the Nixie, but quite a bit thinner. It's thin, man. It's very thin, but with the way the scales are done, it's just so ergonomic. The ergos on this knife are perfection. They really are. Even back here in the normal grip, they're fantastic. Up here on the choil, they're even better. I wish there was some jimping on the blade, but it's not a bad thing that it's not there. I would just think it would feel even better with some jimping personally, but I would not complain either way. I'm still going to get one of these knives. This is still, you know, after having it in hand for over a week now, it is still on my Grail list. It's still one that I'm going to own someday. So that should tell you a lot, because there are knives that I get that I think I'm really going to like, and then I get them and I'm like, nah, they don't live up to the hype, right? Your expectations are set too high, and then they disappoint. This one has exceeded my expectations. It really has. It's a fantastic knife. Fantastic knife. I hope he makes more of this version. I don't know why he wouldn't. He only made 200 of these, so there's a lot of people out there that would buy this if he would make more. I don't know why he went with a different design on the new one. I guess I get making a new design, but make some more of these too, man. You only made 200 of these. Show some love for the rest of us out there that weren't around to get one of these originally. And those of us who have had the chance to get it in hand after the fact and like, oh man, gotta get one. If you get the option to get one of these, I highly recommend you get one. It will not disappoint you. So, and hopefully the new one lives up to the hype. But it's going to be heavier. There's no way around that. And I think what makes this knife so good, other than the action and the ergos, is that it's so lightweight for a really full-size knife at only 3 ounces. It's a fantastic knife. Love it, love it, love it. We'll own one in the future someday, some way. Missed an opportunity for one on Instagram, and I'm regretting that. So, oh well. Life goes on, right? I'll find another one down the road. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and I will see you guys on the next one.